We all dream of a marriage that's not just happy, but one that's truly built to last. But how do we actually create that? Well, today, we're going to look at the actual blueprint for a stable, lasting relationship. Okay, let's jump right in. It's the big question, isn't it? The one everyone asks. Is it just about finding the one? Is it luck? Or is there something more to it? What is the real secret behind a relationship that doesn't just survive, but actually thrives over the years?
Well, the secret isn't some kind of magic formula. It's really about construction. It's about what you build and how you build it right from the very beginning. I mean, think about it. The strength of any building depends completely on its foundation. A marriage is no different.
So let's go ahead and uncover the secret. We're going to break down the exact blueprint for a marriage that can really weather any storm that comes its way.
Look, love and passion, they're absolutely essential. They're the spark, right? But to keep that fire going for the long haul, you need more than just feelings. You need a plan, a structure, a blueprint. And that blueprint, well, it has a name. It's called marital compatibility. So what do we really mean when we say marital compatibility? It's a phrase that gets thrown around a lot, but what does it actually involve? Let's get a really clear definition.
The word to really focus on here is alignment. This is not about being identical to your partner, not at all. It's about making sure your core components, your ideas, your emotional needs, your deepest values, are all pointing in the same general direction. When you have that alignment, it creates a natural balance and just reduces so much of the friction that can wear a relationship down over time. This really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Compatibility isn't just about avoiding arguments. It is the solid bedrock that lets you build something much more profound, a genuine, deep-seated understanding, and a real mutual respect. It's what turns a couple into a powerhouse team.
All right, so if compatibility is the foundation, what's holding it up? You can think of it like 4 essential pillars that support the entire structure of the marriage. Let's walk through these 4 pillars. First up, you've got intellectual compatibility. Basically, are you on the same wavelength when it comes to the big stuff in life? Next is emotional. This is all about feeling safe, understood, and truly cared for. Then there's social compatibility. Do you guys actually enjoy your downtime in similar ways? And finally, the big one, financial. Are your views on money, on saving and spending, in sync? When these 4 pillars are strong, the whole marriage is stable. Of course, a blueprint is only as good as its ability to stand up to some pressure. So how does this foundation hold up when life, as it always does, gets a little complicated?
And this is where the difference is just night and day. When a major life event hits, like having a baby or maybe a financial crisis, a compatible couple leans in. They're flexible, they manage the crisis as a team, and believe it or not, their bond can actually get stronger. Without that solid foundation, that same crisis creates distance, frustration, and it can cause the whole relationship to start cracking. So the key takeaway is that compatibility isn't about having a perfect life, it's about having the tools to handle an imperfect one, together.
Now, you might be wondering, is this idea universal? And the answer is yes, but how it's expressed can definitely look different. For instance, in many Middle Eastern cultures, the main focus might be on shared religious beliefs and family values. In many Western cultures, the emphasis might lean more toward emotional connection and personal goals. But that underlying principle is exactly the same. Being aligned on what matters most is the key to stability no matter where you are in the world. This all sounds fantastic, right? But how do you actually build this? Well, the answer is surprisingly practical. You learn. You basically treat your future marriage like any other major accomplishment in life. You prepare for it. And the proof is in the pudding, really. The evidence from couples who succeed is just overwhelming. The ones who take the time before the wedding to learn about communication, conflict resolution, and to really understand their partner's needs, they're making a direct investment in their own future happiness. They are consciously and deliberately drafting their own blueprint. And hey, this isn't just a nice idea. The research is incredibly clear on this. Compatible couples are just objectively better at solving problems together. A strong sense of compatibility is one of the single biggest predictors for avoiding divorce. And here's the part you can actually do something about. Premarital education programs have been proven time and again to boost the exact skills, like communication, that build that compatibility from the ground up. So we'll end on this question for you to think about. We plan our careers, we plan our finances, we even plan our vacations. But are we giving that same deliberate, thoughtful planning to the most important structure we will ever build? Before you start construction on a future together, it's really worth asking, do you have the right blueprint?